Sound good.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is RYK on behalf of FTW welcoming you to Saturday Night Turbulence. We have 3 action-packed matchups for you this week as Mad Mike takes on Cazza B in a matchup where the winner gets a shot at the Turbulence Championship next week. We have Trent taking on SNES, who will be debuting in singles competition this week. And in our main event, DBChampion taking on Chaos. Back to DBChampion. If that is not a name that sounds familiar, then perhaps you need to be better connected with our Facebook page, because you simply cannot be up to date on the latest happenings by watching our YouTube show alone. For those that need to get caught up, take a look at this package here.
Greatness.
The title is vacant. Not anymore. I'm cashing in my platinum guarantee. You're welcome.
Okay, everyone wants to know why I have the most legitimate claim to the title. It's quite simple, really. This is where I grew. This is where I become the competitor I am. This is where the young buck was born. And I finally get my opportunity. I finally get to the tippy top of the mountain. And it gets stolen away from me by a bitch. It gets stolen away from me by DB greatness. You ain't great, DB. You're a pussy. I have the most legitimate claim to that title because I deserve that title. I've carried this company on my back. I've done everything for this company. I've gone to PPL and represented FTW at Promo Mania. Everywhere I go, every single place I go, I carry FTW like a badge of honor. And even after Black Wednesday, even after the time that I could have just walked away from it all, I stayed. I stayed because FTW did something for me. FTW gave me a purpose in life. FTW gave me somewhere where I can express myself, where I can be this big, intimidating guy that no one's ever seen. And you want to talk about legitimate claims. You want to talk about why I deserve it. You see, there's a lot of voices in my head. There's so many voices inside my head doubting me. There is so many people thinking, Tyler, you can't do this. Young Buck, you can't do this. But the reality is, I can. The reality is, I can carry FTW on my back. The reality is, FTW needs the Young Buck. It needs the Young Buck as world champ. Whether you like it or not, whether management likes it or not, whether DB likes it or not, whether Mr. Wallace likes it or not, the world needs the Young Buck as FTW champ. So, wherever it's going to be, wherever it is going to be, I'm going to give you, I am going to watch you walk through that fucking door right there, and I'm going to hand you this placeholder while you hand me the real championship. While you hand me the real FTW championship. Because I am sick of holding on to this. I am sick of holding on to a placeholder. And you want to talk it all. You want to talk your shit. DB, you're a coward. Mr. Wallace, you can't get the job done against me. The world is going to see what I can do. The world is going to see the angriest young buck that you have ever seen. So, a HSP takeover. A HSP champion showcase. Last man standing match between me and What's the Wallace. I'm going to tape up my fist. And I'm going to beat you bloody until those tapes go red. An NFS takeover, whether it's a triple threat or whether it's me versus you, DB, I'm going to make sure that I kill you with one single blow. I'm going to make sure that I end you in FTW. So, is that enough for you? Is that enough of a legitimate claim for you? Because this does not start. This new generation of FTW does not start until I'm world champ. So until I become world champ, it's the only matter of when I become world champ, the new generation of FTW will truly begin.
So people want to know out here in FTW how I feel. How do you think I feel? First, management screws me. Screw me because of a tie. Didn't follow precedent that has already been set twice in FTW. Huh? Make some ridiculous stipulation to strip me of my title, even though I wasn't even defeated. Leaving the opportunity open for what DB did and allowing it and standing firm with it. You know, I'm not going to hate the player, so I'm damn sure going to hate the game. But I'm not done with you, DB. Not by a long shot. You're going to have to see me at some point. You're going to have to see me.
So, as you can see, DB cashing in the Platinum Guarantee, exercising a loophole, as it were, and performing a heist on the vacant championship. This is the first of its kind that we have seen in our promo game. And what happens next to the championship will be decided on Monday from the board of directors. Of course, the matchup between Tyler Woodward and Mr. Wallace, scheduled for championship showcase coming up, was supposed to be for the championship. That will not be the case this time around. The championship will be decided at our next Super Show, LFS, where DBChampion will be on one side. And on Monday, on the Facebook group, you will find out who will be on the other. Folks, this is a lot of action, and we haven't even gotten to our first matchup yet. Let's get to the action as Mad Mike takes on Cazza B, where the winner gets a Turbulence title shot next week against Trevor Robinson.
Ladies and gentlemen of FTW, the new generation. See, last week I had a match against Damien, the Dark God. He failed to show up for our match Maybe he did his research and knew exactly what Mad Mike is capable of. Sheer madness. But this week, I don't have that problem. Because this week, I got a man that got the balls to show up in Cazza B. I did a little research about you. You've been in about 3 main events on pay-per-views, and you've been in war games. Well, Cazza B, me and you, our wrestling match is going to be like war games. But instead, it ain't no teams involved. It just comes down to Mad Mike kicking, punching, and stumping the hell out of Cazza B. See, because you're good, but you're not great. You know what it takes to be great, Cazza B? You have no idea, my friend. See, I'm going to make you bleed like the wall behind me. But are you going to be scared enough to be a yellow belly and try to run from your destiny by getting your butt kicked? By getting stretched out 7 different ways from Sunday? See, Mad Mike is going to show you sheer madness. I'm going to punish you from the opening seconds once that bell rings to the sheer painful and heartbreaking seconds. Everything I put you through, it all leads up to this. Cazza B, you are not ready for Mad Mike. I'm going to take you to the madhouse. I'm going to be like a rabbit pit bull once I lock that vicious bite on you. There ain't no escape, Cazza B. Whatever you think you're capable of is simply not good enough for Mad Mike. See, Cazza B, you're going to show up, but you're not going to show out. I'm going to show up, and more importantly, I'm going to knock you out. And once your body is on that mat unconscious, I'm either going to put my foot on your chest and pin you like the easy prey that you have allowed yourself to become. Or if I even remotely have an ounce of respect for you, I will get on that mat and I will hook both legs. But see, Cazza B, the choice is Mad Mike. And it's sheer madness. As I take your lifeless body to the madhouse, and I sit you in that chair and have my artist paint a very violent picture of Cazza B when he realizes and recognizes he's nothing but a sheer victim of Mad Mike. And Mad Mike is out. And Cazza B is nothing but a mere another painting in the madhouse.
Finally, I get another match. 2 weeks on the trot. That's what I like to see. FTW management. That's what I like to see. So this week, what have I got? I've got a tag team match against the 2 folk who didn't show up last week. And my tag team partner for folk, Mad Mike. Alright, the show must go on. Wait a minute. A text from Tyler Drummond. D&D said car trouble. Triple H's with them just now. They're going to miss the event. Are you alright going in a singles match with Mike? The show must go on. Boys in the back, play my music.
Heavyweight knockout kings, coming for the bell and the diamond ring. On his desk, taking on the best. Body shaking for a scorpion sting. Now when the sun goes down, we can go 12 rounds of sound. Now come and get some. You wanna throw down? Now come to my town. Oh.
The show must go on, ladies and gentlemen. The show must go on. Even with a no-show, Cazza B still shows up. So who have I got this week? It's not D&D. It's meant to be my tag team partner, Mad Mike, the legit legend. I'm sorry, Mike, you might call yourself a legit legend, but that means fucking shit all in FTW. Like, motherfucker, there's only 3 legit legends in FTW. Number 1, that's our current World Heavyweight Champion, DB. Because look what he did. He's a fucking legend for doing that. Sorry. 2, Tyler Drummond. He's the fucking legit legend right here now. Because if it wasn't for him, there'd be no such thing as FTW. And number 3, myself. Because I was the last person to beat that bald-headed bastard. Okay, Lamar did that now, but I was the first. But no, Mike, you want to call yourself a legit legend, you've got to pull some legendary shit out here. Because, mate, having 1 win and 1 loss, and that win coming from like a walkout, nah, mate, you're going to have to pull some shit out. Because you're an FTW new boy. This is the premier promo league. Like, this is where the best become the best. And just to even prove that the best become the best, this match is a number 1 contendership for the Turbulence title. And look at the amount of folk that's held out as championships. Phase On, CPG. Heck, Phase On's won it twice. CPG, even Trevor that's got the belt now. All legends of this pro game. So Mike, put your big boy pants on. Because this week on Saturday Night Turbulence, you're facing the fucking legend.
Your winner, Cazza B. In a successful outing tonight here at Saturday Night Turbulence, Cazza B has punched his ticket to a title match next week on our next episode of Turbulence. And right now, we go to our second matchup of the evening as the Fallen King, Trent, takes on SNES. Let's go to the action.
My name is Simon Ness Ipona Sheepman, better known to you as SNES. Last week was supposed to be my glorious debut here on FTW Turbulence, teaming with the new Turbulence Champion Trevor Robinson against 2 former FTW promo champions. But that didn't happen. When you step into the ring for the first time as a trainee, you run the ropes, you take your bumps, and you dream about one day when you get that call and it's going to be your debut. Will you cut a promo and have the audience eating every word? Will you be in a dark match? You dream that you will be in the main event. I remember last Saturday, I was walking to the curtain, getting ready to hear my music, when I look over and there's Mr. Wallace and the Young Buck trying to kill each other. And just laughed to myself, because I knew tonight was going to be a good night. I knew that me and my partner Trevor were going to walk out there and there'd be no competition. My first win in my debut main event. But then I hear loud commotion and I see security, EMTs, FTW staff. They're all running in the direction of Trevor's locker room. I'm wondering what's going on. An FTW executive puts his hand on my shoulder and says, "Sorry, kid. Trevor's hurt. Main event is canceled." Then I heard the ring announcer, "This match has been declared a no contest. Thank you for coming. Drive safely." Trent, that match, the main event match that you took away from me this past Saturday, had nothing to do with you. All you had to do was stay in your lane, but no. You are grieving the loss of your precious title. You've gone through denial, you've gone through depression, you've gone through anger, you skipped bargaining and acceptance and went straight to downright lunacy, attacking Trevor Robinson before his main event match, saying that no one will have a match with Trevor until you have your title match again. Listen to me, Trent. Listen to me clear. I'm the most dangerous gamer alive, and I don't care that you have this obsession you have with your Turbulence title, with your precious baby. But when you stole the main event spot from me, when you took that match from me, you made this my business. I want you. Count the minutes, count the seconds, because I am going to end you. I'm going to hurt you. I'm going to humiliate you. And I am going to humble you. Trent, you want nothing more than that Turbulence title. How do you think your ranking for that title is going to be affected with a loss to me? I lose to you, it's just another day. But I beat you. Your stock goes down, and mine goes up. Trent, maybe they'll say I'm the next #1 contender to the Turbulence title. You could have just waited, and all this would have been over. You wouldn't have to worry about me, Trent. You are not ready.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Mr. Sheepman, you're keeping me from my overall goal. So I'm gonna make this quick and easy, short and simple. I want you to go back to a time in your life. I want you to imagine you at your lowest, where you're filled with nothing but pain and humiliation. I want you to picture that moment and hold on to it. And I want you to realize that's only a fraction of how I feel right now. Oh sure, you might have felt that way after losing a Smash Brothers tournament, or getting hit with a blue shell in Mario Kart right as you were about to cross that finish line. Or heck, maybe you got to the final screen of Pac-Man, and all of a sudden everything started glitching out, and Billy Mitchell's ghost appeared and said, "Not today, kiddo. Cheaters always win." But here's the thing. The reason I bring up that cheaters always win is because Trevor, that Judas, that individual that stabbed me in the back, that man who I thought was my brother, he somehow managed to sweet talk his way back into FTW and take my Turbulence Championship away from me. So I want you to realize that pain and humiliation that you're feeling right now, that little thought exercise I had you do where you are looking back on your lowest moment where you felt defeated, that's only a fraction of how I feel right now. I want you to crank that feeling you have up to 10, and that is where I'm at. But you're only gonna barely get there because my pain transcends everything! Alright? Alright? I don't care what's going on with the World Championship. Alright? DB made a smart play and now Young Buck and Mr. Wallace, what are you gonna do? That was our title, except Mr. Wallace was the only one that had the championship and Tyler didn't have anything! But you know what I did have? I had the Turbulence Championship around my waist. I was finally doing well. I was moving on up in the world. Everything was coming up Millhouse. And then, frickin' Trevor. Well, I'm pretty sure, Trevor, I made my feelings very clear to you the last time we fought. And then the other time we fought. And then when you interrupted my talk show, and then we faced each other again at MAYhem. You finally got one over me. Good for you. Round of applause, Trevor. But it's not going to happen again. Who am I talking about? Why am I going on and on about Trevor? When tonight I should be focusing on Mr. Simon Ness Epona Sheepman. Well, let's get right down to it, Mr. Sheepman. What do you want to talk about? You want to talk video games? I play quite a couple of games myself, but here's the thing, Mr. Sheepman. What I set out to do is I 100% every game. I collect every Riddler trophy. I scour the entire city, making sure I've stopped every street crime. I have completed the Mile High Club in Call of Duty. I have collected every skull in Halo. If anything, I am impenetrable. I am a final boss, Mr. Sheepman. While you've only gotten as far as World 8, I'm on World 9. I am conquering each and every level in the entire galaxy. I have conquered the multiverse, Mr. Sheepman. Go back and watch everything I've accomplished. Go back and look at my homework. Because you might need to study a little, get your head out of the games, and put yourself into the little record books of FTW history, because you need to know who you're up against. You're up against Trent. Alright, you are up against quite possibly the heart and soul of FTW. And right now, I may be a fallen king, but I guarantee you, I have something Trevor will want to get back at me for, and thus give me another opportunity at reclaiming my crown. But you'll find out what that is next week. But for now, Mr. Sheepman, I want to reference to you one of the greatest boss fights of all time. Metal Gear Solid. When you're fighting Psycho Mantis, he plays all kinds of tricks, not just on Snake, but he does so on the player. He requires you to really think on your toes and act quickly. You have to switch your controller over to a different port on the console. You have to play with inverted controls. You have to deal with the fact that he could be wiping your memory card data. And tonight, that's exactly what I'm doing. You might have just inserted that memory card into slot A, and you're ready to start saving your adventure along the way, hopefully earning a future championship opportunity, moving up in FTW. But I am a Psycho Mantis, ready to destroy that legacy before it has a chance to begin, Mr. Sheepman. So I suggest NES, SNES, N64, Sega Genesis, Atari! No matter what generation you're living in, whether it be 64 bits, 32 bits, 16 bits, 8 bits, 4 bits, 2 bits, 1 bit, half bit, quarter bit, you little wrist game looking luchador, stay out of my way, because this doesn't concern you. I will be there to put a firewall on your next expansion pack, and I will destroy everything you've ever built for yourself. Anything you'll ever amount to, I'll be there waiting to answer. So get ready for what I am about to do.
Give me the microphone. Is this what we're doing, Trent? Is this what we're doing? Surprise attacks? Oh, I told you to stay away from me. I told you I was done with you, but you just couldn't help yourself. No, your jealousy got the best of you again. You can't stand the fact that I am Turbulence Champion and the fact that I beat you. So you had to go and throw a little tantrum last week and attack me. And you know what? That's fine. Children will act as children do. And even more than that, it worked. You have my attention now. But the thing you don't have is another title shot. No, I don't treat childish behavior like this with positivity. In fact, I've spoken to management and I've gotten myself more creative control to ensure I don't end up in a dangerous situation like this again. I am top material and I should be treated as such. No, Trent, I wanted to talk to you about something else. This power dynamic we've got going on isn't working for me. I am the Turbulence Champion, and you are not. So if anyone should be running around FTW with their weapons feeling high and mighty, it should be me. And if anyone should be sitting at home nursing a concussion, it should be you. So from here on out, I want to let you know that you are on notice. You are in my sights. You are in my target again. And while that may sound fun to you, that should be terrifying. You should be chilled to the bone. You've seen what I can do, but you have not seen what I will do. No, the predator is becoming the prey. Trent, I want you to know how it feels, how I have felt these past few months, looking over your back, checking your locks at night, never feeling safe. Any moment, any day, I could attack you. And maybe I will. Maybe I won't. You won't know until it happens. Or it doesn't. And once you're done with this little timeout I'm putting you in, if you've learned your lesson and you've changed it all and you want to treat this like men would, maybe we can talk. But for now, I hope you sleep with one eye open.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the winner is Trent here. As you can see, Trevor Robinson, not to be intimidated, not backing down from the fallen king, but what an attack that we have seen. Speaking of attacks, folks, remember back at FTW MAYhem, Beast Mode Bones and Byron Hinton, the Mad King, we're supposed to have a matchup. Beast Mode launching the attack because he believes FTW needs a new leader, and that has the Mad King quite hot. Let's take a look at what Mad King has to say.
FTW, it's the Mad King. And I know it's been a long time. It's been since MAYhem that you last saw me. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It's been since MAYhem since I've been out here. Because this is where it happened. This is where Bones attacked me. This is where Bones fired his shot against me, against FTW, against all of you. And it's taken me until now to come out here, and if you notice, things look a little different. The grass is a little taller. There's a few other things out here that weren't here before. Some things that have bloomed. A lot more life. I bled. And from that blood, other things have grown forth. So Bones, you attacked me. You set out to make a statement. People have been attacking me and FTW for as long as I can remember. You keep thinking that what you did was a huge moment. And it was. For you. Because this is the day that your life changed. The day that you put hands on me outside of a sanctioned match, oh, that was the day that everything changed for you. Because when I put my hands on you,
When I see you face to face, because I'm not going to sneak you. That's too good for you. To give you an excuse on how or why. No. When I see you face to face, I'm going to end you. I'm going to show you why. As far back as history can tell you, goats have been sacrifices for something greater. And now you get to be no different. So thank you for waking me up. But when this is all said and done, and you realize what you've done, when you realize what you brought out, how are you going to forgive yourself? How are you going to look at yourself after I destroy you? I'll be seeing you soon.
Well, from the looks of that, I can see that Byron is ready for vengeance. And all right, folks, I'm being told Beast Mode Bones has seen the whole thing. He's got his own piece to chime in. Let's throw it to Bones.
Oh boy. FTW, it's a motherfucking week for y'all, huh? Yeah, I had to book myself on the show. That is because your admins fucking suck. So you bring me here, you want me to tell this story. And I'm telling you a real story. Like, this story comes from the heart because it's not kayfabe. I'm not making this shit up. I mean, it may be kayfabe embellished to make it fit the way this show goes, the story goes, but you want me to be here and bring what I have to bring, but you don't want to give me time or think about how you can line shit up. You're not even thinking about comparing my matches. So let's get straight to it. Number one, I ain't heard from Byron in a long fucking time. Back to being fucking silent when he needs to be running his fucking group, because that's why this trash shit is happening in the first place, and it's going back to the same fucking pattern as it was when that one nigga was here. Number two, I was told to face Byron at FTW versus LFS. I declined. I will not be promoting for LFS. Another group that I don't know about, heard about, don't give a fuck about. Let's be realistic about it. I got some guys there who I like, but I don't know the group itself. So for that reason, I'm not here to save LFS or promote LFS. Therefore, you would not be using my image and my likeness and my voice. You would not be using goat shit for LFS versus FTW. It wouldn't make any sense anyway. So here's what I propose. Turbulence. The week after LFS takeover, I will face Byron because he needs to be sat down and he needs to hear what I have to say about him and the way that things go in this group. So I will face Byron, but also I'm coming for the tag team titles. Reason being, I'm actually decided, like, originally I was just here just to fuck around and talk shit to everybody so that the admins get shit together. But now I realized something while dealing with you people. The admins aren't the only problem. It's the motherfucking talent. And I need to get the motherfucking talent off the motherfucking tube until there's some good talent available. So, me and my partner, who, let's be fucking honest about, I don't even have yet. But when I do, I'll make sure that everybody knows it's going to be all over the table. I'm not going to pull some bullshit. Because I don't need to here. This is FTW, nigga. I can just win the shit. It don't matter who I get. I can get anybody to win the shit. So, that being said, Turbulence, the week after LFS takeover, it's gonna be bones again. Me versus Byron, and me for the tag team titles. I did challenge DB, and I'm still thinking we might need to do that one, DB. I wanted to challenge you for the briefcase, but maybe for the title. Bones again needs to be complete. And one last thing. This show has gotten so much better since I've been here. But nobody pays the fuck attention. Now we have a creative team. Because I told these niggas that they creative suck. Now we have DBChampion. I didn't tell them to do anything, but if anybody who knows in BWO knows how I handle my briefcase, and I'm pretty sure that I had some type of influence. And look at DB as champion. He's much better than the last 2 champions you guys had. Let's be fucking honest. Already 2 days in, he's made shit more exciting. I am way over my time. You guys do not deserve 4 minutes of beast mode. Shut the fuck up.
There we go, folks. Heated on both sides. This is an earth-shattering matchup waiting to happen. Just the particulars on when and how need to be sorted out. We've had a lot going on today. It is time for a breather. Let's take a look at our upcoming super show, LFS Takeover, happening on June 26th.
When I sacrifice my youth to defend what's ours.
When I say no to a law we never voted for.
When I stop feeding an empire a world away. When I surrender my body, not my mind. When I ask God to look the other way.
When I refuse to learn the history of a country I'll never see.
When I decide, it will be them, not us.
Boy, the British is coming. The motherfucking British is coming. Hide your kids. Hide your wife. Get the gadget. Get the knife.
All right, folks, it is time for our main event of the evening as DB Greatness, DBChampion, takes on the ultra-tough Chaos. Originally, DB was expecting a coronation ceremony of sorts. Chaos, having none of it, challenging DBChampion to a matchup here tonight. Let's take you to the ring for the action.
FTW, it's time to show you all what a real champion looks like. It looks like somebody like me. It looks like Chaos. It doesn't look like DB fakeness. I refuse to call him greatness. Because that title that he likes to bestow upon himself, greatness, is just as useless as that world title that he lays claim to. Because we all know there's nothing great about him, and we all know that he is not and never has been champion material. You know, back before I debuted in FTW, I was sitting in the audience with the rest of the fans watching all the competitors in FTW, and I see this guy come out, DB Greatness, and he likes to say his catchphrase over and over, I am the very best. And then I got really confused because I'm like, how does this guy call himself greatness? How does this guy say he is the very best with a win-loss record like he has? This guy loses way more than he wins. And then he disappears for months at a time because he doesn't have the same dedication to this organization like the rest of the locker room has. So he disappears, comes back, he loses. He disappears again, he comes back, he loses. The cycle continues until he finally gets one decent win when he became DBPlatinum. Congratulations, hey, you earned that one. I'm not going to take that away from you. But this is where it gets really sticky. So he wins the Platinum guarantee, and then he waits until the title is vacated, and then he cashes in so he can become the champion with never having to actually defeat anybody. And make no mistake about it, I'm not upset about it. I'm not bothered by it. I'm not in my feelings like some of the other people are in the locker room. I don't really care. It's not my business. You know, if I sucked as much as you did, I'd probably do the same thing, because if I sucked as much as you did, I know I wouldn't be able to defeat any champion. So you did what you had to do so you could get your hands on the title at least once. You cashed in when nobody had their hands on it. Congratulations, you're the new champion. But unfortunately, I know, you know, and everybody else knows that makes you a paper champion. And even worse than that, it's going to be shown at your first title defense that you're nothing more than a transitional champion. You know, if I defeat you, I get to win a title shot later in July. And I so badly want to say something like, I'm going to defeat you now, and then I'm going to face you then and beat you once again and take the title from you. But the fact is, we all know that it doesn't matter who you face in your first title defense. If they're good enough to make it to the main event, they are better than you. And whoever you face first, they're going to take the title from you because I have to wait in line behind them. But then as soon as they do, Chaos is going to be standing right there, knocking on the door for his title shots. I'm already one half of the FTW Tag Team Champions. And then I get to become Chaos 2 belts whenever I get that world title and put that on my shoulder as well. But unlike you, and unlike whoever's going to defeat you for that title, I'm not going to lose it on my first defense. I'm going to hold that title for a very, very long time. Because we all know there's nobody on this roster right now that is good enough to defeat somebody like me. FTW, you are looking at the future of this organization. I ain't taking over the tag team division and the singles division. Chaos is gonna run this bitch until the end of time, and nobody can stop me. Now back to you, my opponents. I think it's time for you to get the hell out of my way and get out of my ring, you dumb bitch. Wait, I think I just figured out what DB stands for.
Greatness.
No, congratulations, DB. No, we could just spend this episode having a championship celebration and coronation to you. But no, I could have had the night to myself. But no, because you need me so much, you got me working. All right, FTW, I'll bite. Chaos. I am the very best. You're Chaos? No, let me show you what Chaos is. Chaos is a man that is both the matchmaker and the first world champion that is running this place to be his playground, and so much so that once he loses, he throws a hissy fit and skips town. Chaos is two people facing off and ending it in a tie, so there is no champion. Woo! Pure chaos. I'm the fixer of chaos. That's why I did what I did. You think I can just leave this place to its laurels and let things just fucking happen? No, that is why I cashed in my platinum guarantee. I made the decision for you and for all of you by taking the title and finally setting this shit back on track. You should be fucking thanking me.
Greatness.
You, Chaos. You. I like you, Chaos. You do things pretty well. You're killing it in that tag team division. So consider this a ticket to the big time. You get to toe hang out with the champion in a nice title match. I'm gonna give you a little bit of action. You're gonna, say some shit to me. I'm gonna say some shit to you. It's gonna look great. And wow, they're gonna be like, man, Chaos, he might have what it takes to be a singles superstar, but he is nowhere close to as good as our FTW World Heavyweight Champion, #DBChampion. Chaos, in fact, have you gotten a look at yourself lately? Would you think you're a world champion? In fact, fuck that racist. You should have been the one that had the name King of Dad Style. I mean, that gimmick, you probably take that to the next level. All day, every day. Chaos, though. When I hear chaos, I expect a man that's willing to make people uncomfortable, who is willing to drive them literally mad in order to secure a victory. Yet, you like to pretend to be such a wordsmith, a poet, a way that you weave the words to attack a person, and I don't know if that's enough to take a man who's better than any other person when it comes to weaving words, because I'm the fucking very best, and you know this, and the world knows this, and that is why I am now the one on top of the world. I am now the one you're all looking up to. There's still a chance for you, Chaos. You are great for my new generation.
Greatness.
Don't forget who the pinnacle is. Don't you dare forget who's the one making you money. Don't forget who's the one that's getting you attention. Don't forget who's the one that allowed you to be in this main event spot, and that is me, and that will always be me. And that goes to any other person who wants some of this. You want some success. You want a little bit of limelight. You want a little bit of glory, then you can just scratch the surface by going toe-to-toe with me. But on my time. Chaos, you can thank me. And next week, CPG will be thanking me too.
Your winner, DB Champion. A very close, hard-fought matchup between these two. That concludes our episode of Saturday Night Turbulence here tonight. As we move forward, everything starts to intertwine, leading up to LFS TakeOver coming up in the end of June. It's almost as if management had it figured out from the word go. Make sure that you are involved with our Facebook page. As you see earlier tonight, if you are not plugged into the Facebook group, you may miss some key action. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube page and enable notifications to get a front row seat to the action. I am RYK on behalf of FTW. We'll see you next week.